Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, well, very unfortunate utterances. I mean, I've hosted this program for only God knows how long. It's been a very positive show. It's a Pan-Africanist show. And we look at, very positive things. If you check the interview, like he said, it was on something else. And then this one came in on the spur of the moment. So I would like to apologize, yes, for those unfortunate remarks which sometimes come. I mean, when you are on heat. It's a very important house. We all know the importance of being an MP. And then we respect the house. I mean, I've never made any remarks like this anywhere. And subsequent interviews that I've had, I've always told every radio station that, listen, this is a very important house. Whatever you might have heard is not it. It is A, B, C, D. It has nothing to do with Parliament, in order to let the Parliament, see that, no, it wasn't intended. In fact, when the publication came out, hours after that, my attention was, I was made to see it. Then I said, wow, who said all this? And my boss said, it's attributed to you. I said, pull it down immediately. Hours after that. So in just about 15 minutes after I spoke, they pulled it down. 2 days later, I heard it in Parliament that, in fact, that is why we are here. So unreservedly, is an unfortunate remark. The advocacy is on the legalization of marijuana for economic and commercial and pharmacopoeia uses in the future, in the near future. As a Ghanaian, certainly I would like to see the economy balance. That is the passion. Nothing more than that. I didn't make those remarks to look down on Parliament or to look down on anybody. No. If you look at, if you listen to the tape again, you realize that I am not somebody who looks down on people who use marijuana. No. My intention was a passionate one, to have our economy balanced. Well, all those publications, are not true. I mean, when issues come out, people are very quick to sell their papers and their sites, so they write anything at all. I never said for once that the Ghana Parliament is small. All I told the people I think it was an interview in Domai Nkro, was that they were asking if I had plans of being an MP. I said, the work I am doing, I never intend to be an MP, because I represent the masses. And it's not only the masses in Ghana, the masses in Africa and beyond. So sitting in the Ghana Parliament is not one of my ambitions at all. Now somebody has gone to write something saying that, in fact, I've seen other publications where they said, I even said the president smokes and all that. So many other such unpalatable things. But this is what happens when, something catches the ears of the masses and then they, say all this. None of this is true. None of this is true.
I just want to find out from Mr. Ahmed whether you have friends in Parliament, and then whether you have ever had an opportunity of discussing the issues of the usage of the we with them, and how many of them do you have as friends in Parliament? Thank you.
Yes, I have friends in Parliament, and the apology has been sent out. That was not the intention. It wasn't to say anybody smokes marijuana or blah, blah. As I said, it was just an advocacy for, an alternative to balance the imbalances of the economy.
His counsel has come out to apologize. He has been given the opportunity. He has apologized. We as a committee will meet, take a decision, prepare our report, and take it to the floor of Parliament. So, left to me alone, I would have said that let's end it here.
I think that, first and foremost, his conduct when he appeared before the committee, if you ask me, did not look apologetic. It was only when the tape was played to him that he eventually found out that indeed he couldn't escape from what he himself was supposed to have said. And therefore he belatedly apologized profusely. That does not end the matter in our opinion. We are going to receive the report of the Privileges Committee who are in conclave right now and are meeting. When they come to the plenary, the whole House has a decision to make. And as you would have gleaned already, members are taking this thing much more serious than people think. And ignorance of the law itself, is not an excuse. So if you did not plan, well, that is problem. You have to be careful in all our dealings. The fact that you have a microphone before you does not enable you to even insult. As far as you heard all the other comments, that is not even afraid of the president, and the president is this and that and that. I mean, we cannot continue to denigrate the offices, high offices of this land like that, because somebody has access to a microphone. This should serve as a lesson to all those who, by virtue of finding themselves in some job, think that you can say what you like and go back home to sleep. Radio has landed Rwanda and other places in war, and we will protect the integrity of Parliament and also punish people who, through their act, are likely to be national security threats.
We need decency and decorum in all spheres of life. That we'll discuss it at the floor of the House, but I would have wished that he really apologized to the whole country through all the media stations. I mean, the whole media, stations, so that at least Parliament will not be taken for a ride. Parliament is an institution, very powerful institution, as the High Court powers, and we have to exhibit these powers for Ghanaians to know that yes, we have the powers as High Court. But then he need to show some remorse. Now he has apologized. He need to go to all the media houses to also apologize. They will caution him. And the advice I give right now is that not only Black Rasta alone, even all members of Parliament, including you, the journalist.
Okay, so Yasaba, of course, we need to balance the economy. Until Yasaba back, I didn't
balances of the economy.
1760 text message line. Do now by Beji Brenya can Eddie Ama make house say lucky about clinic for one other Roma and I didn't mu Eddie Ebro Yadi Biadane Grand Crowd House be another condom lucky here for one a boy or Quanso. For Doctor Yeboa on 0243201244 and 0277465855. Now no one in the answer so Metro Miasum kwa on war. Ewo eye Ghana mantem say. O suane so o bronga hafo o atifi mantem now tadi DKM ho enkomo bran His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enra Martin Sema hodo awaka fa DKM ho say o ye bank na say utu anamo na say Bank of Ghana use symptom ono ho kwan say ono betintin no enti wo sika wo ho a wo di anse kwa koma to yem omoni Bank of Ghana ntuti he no ewie peyo a bibia betima confirm kama edi amount I think I'm going to say Ashia
Ashia.
Honorable Ambrose Amwa Ashia.
That's right. And also the Amwa.
Amwa Ashia. Upper Denchira West. Mansin Krachi. Anna and they were my surprise. This is one time my program is by idea. Oh, Wakaba.
Yeah, Minia.
If you have a call,
Adom,
Upper Denchira, no what to say.
Upper Denchira. Medicine capital near Diaso.
Okay.
So what did Diaso?
Yeah, Matipa Diaso.
Diaso for so much out.
I tell you,
Beer, because I'm Puntiona, a man penny, your mamma, the Adocroye. Nanini Mono, Yadanasi, a hoboko.
I see. NDC Boko.
Oh, NDC Boko. Your Boko say, Sabi painful hour.
Okay.
Bibia Boko.
Stephen Amoa, don't have friend sticker. On also Abakaya, Sabakaya. Nano da on premise on coin. Iran and Nimpeso, and also could see a kind be a honum. Member correlations. And easy even to have that intent, especially that constituency, and contesting against an incumbent, he said Dr. Richard and Enyeju Maketua. But you did well, even though also an incumbent, So what we message, difference, what was it?
Oh, me das. Me ba ha che ye.
Papa.
Ti me ni so mama ba ha. Na edin ka o se me da Nyankopon ase. Na nye ekonketwa. Na me da wo meto abani nyina ase ne constituency ho. Especially NDC for any defect here because of me and me di me campaign chi no. Me da oh so na bu ni se me intro. Me nka we on Abra enye no kore.
NDC for defect.
Oh yes. Oh,
because
Opa, go and find out. Yes, I'm bragging. Yeah, well, area be NDC winning in share so. Only 90, I think only 2000 election in MPP team winning here. I'm telling you, when we defect, my BD me campaign. Yes, I said me didn't draw. What you say? Because of Nyankopon Adom, I said trapa matron boom fear diasa. What you say? Ne subaya madane di moa me buan crofo. Ntino. Ya de kese ono bo mitime ntra enka se
omo ye onamfofo ntina omo bedi wachi ana omo defective ba MPP
ene moa me bo nipa se di nyame bo me wudi onimi from nkwarabrem mabra bo nyina ye ha me bo afoforo toda kra na me ho kire ti ma omo him ne ma pe wo me mu de metimi aye.
So there's a defection because of who?
Oh, it's a fact too. Meet my car on TV.
No, you are not getting me.
Every day me one meet you was say honorable na make. Every day me campaign you. Anya nkwara o, maame fu nyina wo. Sebenye sebia you say you nko because of nyema pa. Yeah, okay, me message.
Seven. Won say ebia na wo namfo a omo pe wase mo me
NDC. My explain ya true.
Endi
maame panyi de be do madam.
Ba nkyere se waba.
Wo be say enye se oya ade a oka se ma yesi enti no be di machi. Esa na me personalize no.
Okay.
Omo nimi suba mpane ma maye. Me wonamfo bebre wa NDC, ade o ma me di machi. I'm sure so wonamfo bebre wa MPP.
Bebre.
And so we call election. Omo be case o ma MP because you are their friend. Ene de e wonamfo Haruna no nyina se no ma na mache. Even president me na ye atrage TV aye program NDC namfo fellow squache. You know UST me ye teaching assistant. Me gina na nim kire na de. Enkyere se me call election na no kwa me MPP and obi NDC. Ekuja to was my good friend.
Ma we do mu jaye.
Oh, what we di machi a homo come campaign omo kasa wo. E di adanse e fa me ho. Nyesa bi asabi me di atro. Wo betimi akoya wo search wo nhia so. Se me boa. Etimi message die Nyankopon ado na strong. Constituency no me ni agro wo mo. Abato na ne dynamics no ulusu yi aye nka ho asem. Oti ase I see obi ewu. You see to the dead nothing but good. Then she also hono. Nimo UST. The kwabuchire 2 months pe kwa cleaning international small boy. Sabi ukọ toilet, ukọ car, ukọ kitchen 2 months pe me ba me shape machines. At the microphone Madam CD 2005. I was a national service person. The national health insurance my community am boys be toilet facilities am contribute to about 70 bags of cement 7 years ago nye na ye. Nyame na me so the see library, community library, it will be the biggest in Ashanti region area.
I see.
Was in the chairman say me and am tall over 500 blocks. And I'm architect draw engineer cost here. Na jamenya Rotary Club aka me ho ya cut sword aye foundation. E be nyame peni e bie ne fra no park of menumere 8. Saturdays up to 3. Say that obi be niamfa ho ne ofie bia we have in learning facilities. Niam be ye ho niam esi mani so no. But okoto aba sometimes no. E bia na Nyankopon memre nu ya I don't know. But community ni misu ban.
Okay.
Omni ndu ya me peni pasam. Omni nipa sebe me ho fare obi a me nsa nipa because me ni obi a. But they know niam a me ya say me nya no because me lose you. Seriously speaking, I was going to ensure that Ghana experience a paradigm shift in our leadership style. Because one of my pieces of information or message, they say, how many MPs? And women and crowded more SS and GSS, a woman persuasion. How many? I don't think Ghana have been. And I was going to bring that quality of leadership. Anchor in she also be a model constituency. Because all your scholarship scheme from Koran, yes, oh, you will be adding a baba now you. But at least there should be a data. A few in crossing a view school, send a pass a year. One woman near Janiana, one the Tiffy. A Mudrasin will be in woman uncle. How are you helping them through scale acquisition? A Hinabinyamwa. I was going to integrate even the community and as a constituency corporate bodies. Nana even some of the banks, I wouldn't mention the managers Akasa, out of their corporate social responsibility, they're going to create fund to actually augment government scholarship scheme. Tiani hadi aname be no hono nya agro say me pese me ye mpiko. What you say? I have started working on 2 bills. I'm a lawyer, CB construction and employment bill. How can the private sector fully conform to the minimum wage? Sans an Ebema certificate to operate as a construction firm beyond A4, B4. That's at least one civil engineer. That's what it's a pharmacy. Look at our roads. Most of the companies don't even have civil engineers on it. They do study work. Are buying spending more on maintenance, accident, road carnage, killing people. Creating the main idea and the Parliament, it was totally different from what is prevailing now. Into a message there, they knew what I say, but then Africa is Africa.
But
sometimes
so the calculations went wrong in terms of some amount for in that influence
but
of money.
No, maybe won't mean election politics all over the world requires 2 major factors: financial capital and social capital. Whether you like it or not, money count. I'm not talking about money as in will be the scare toy election. I'm talking about spending even in trying to operationalize the politics. I mean the workflow, going up and down, getting things organized, getting people to talk to, organizing programs, doing your brochure, giving TNT to people you bring together for them to listen to your message and go back. It's very, very expensive. It's very, very expensive. But then the beautiful aspect of it is that Obiani more than a boy. Obiani vote and for the mommy in the constituency. Even when I had to improvise my little resources. I'm very, very happy. In fact, Omoye Niama Kesi, Namesre Milianum NDC for now, Omdia Kuma Pabidi Machini say they shouldn't give up. Omonfasa Ahwade no Kabum Mwana Nanado Danko winning 2016. I see all.
Sir, NDC for a time in Jesus 1% year or canoe. And Kobe, as I say, NDC for the idea of be a young and the NDC for I may do it. NDC for me do it. And
start politics.
Oh, my son, I know say. Nan's only by agent say, Nina no Sabi, I a movie diet. May or can I say, Nina or dream. Senka utimi wini na utimi de ye adwuma nanka ya boni podi ya nanka esi enti mejidi ese wa konkodin de nanso ebi asika na eni ho esan se modwuma no you were outpriced oh na sika de mutu ya bi sama ka ju se kumasi
sanu mo mutu ya sika
de mutu ya na refi say esai inshaya su ni bantu
o ko fa asema ba
so bitimi ema cars for bantu
sika etua o politics no me ba cho bantu ma de
so bitimi ma cars for bantu ma na bantu ma ni inshaya su e bo ho sa
ebi bitimi tia afesi wo
e wo rippling effect enti enu na yi mi no e bo ho no one say sika no do so
I heard it but I'm say moto
eni moto eye work and pay nipa no yes and or microfinance one of the core functions, they say, Ubituma Pekama, no, I work and pay. And I'll say about 9 or 10 electoral areas, or more work and pay, so that they work and pay back any business. But what in the mission, I say, you pay back and you also benefit from it and use the Kakra Mubinyan to run the electoral area. I think it's one of the best concepts that even the NDC will have to emulate. And you have the
also more money and the right judgment.
Sorry, election decision making process there. Ghana ha sabi Mr. Rekon. See I see the performance and the twaba. And Kawade Kanokru. There is no way MPP will be in opposition.
That is per your own analysis now.
Ghana is the only country we wait me a catch was say per me on only opinion there. Me wasem. That's your car, sorry. Do you get my point? Ghana is a country in Kanokre. MPP and DC, they all do good and bad. Omonye perfect. NDC ye papaya boni, MPP ye papaya boni. But if you're talking about aggregate performance, ubi anywhere or sunyami alakba and our Almighty God, sebi, the near fikakra, and our kusku akwechira between the two who's about
meaning that NDC they are doing big more than they are working.
Oh, Menkaso woman team, woman demon in new MPP. But young coming back to the issue.
one kasa ye free wo se many so
osan bear me name nti we kra no me politics ni you go
one kasa one kasa Dabi
no when this performance
Dabi one kasa one kasa ye free wo se many so ade no call no what ahwe
e man ti ahwe o ye nine no incumbent credibility
I just say ka wona we
what ahwe wajuma na nsipi sabi ya ese kutere na janan
sorry oh but near my cast maybe bebre meto aso bebre no I'll give you a try
ade ane wo pono so no elections no amoko contest ye no enti se wutimi duru hu na odi nkunimu a nanka wani so ade hunu abem
it's a library is ongoing
Dabi na se library ni ongoing a se obotan no nsanka but dem pesa me kan nyina ni se reports bebre sika amoto piti mu sika amode bo asuo ene de oh mini aketu ya wo mini wo fija kwa abri east one this an opponent ne say yes sika nti na market esi anu mini na mama kasa abranti to ya no nti me papa kokofu wan hunu so ebi ba ho
but all you ni
enti wo de no
enye ndc a o kai wo mu ne yesusa no om de kako bento ani bento a traditional strange kako fish bi na ebon na
we are encouraging it when those who can say
that be any chance any gari no mu cheno cement eno kromo mfa bag mu hwiegu cap geneto abamai onkai
Dabi
NDC na introduce this honest with you if you're talking about political history there any ka even come in komatai sa sika chene niema no but na enya entrenchment na enya sese no ye nuanom NDC obeka na omo start ye eno na omo hihye kakoni ade niema bicycles niema ma no de konanansi omo to omo ba yon ka se omo de sa bibi to a omo e frem say
so fund bi na omo set
there be o se bia disaster bi si ankrofo e frem say nadmo onka NDC for na ba no omo kam omo national chairman na organizer say ye de nadmo niema chairman krobu so omo to ama ba omo we de oman niema o ye kra de say opposition
but honorable he raises issues about performance clearly NDC is nowhere near MP in terms of performance and managing the economy. That is why probably
you discuss it. Electoral Commission. You to ababese insia e Ghana. And NDC edimu kunim enai. The better soon num na ebedi 2012. And your mind only me ya adwen say and only be ya adwen say. Oh yes, we've won 4 of our elections. We are ahead of
2012 winning.
But if we didn't win, why do we have a president? Mama, who's the president for
2012? Any contrary results be about 2012 now?
And our president anyway. Would you see anyway?
The president, his excellency.
But for you to sit down and say,
president,
oh, massa. Maybe I should be a question back. Oh, no, we never miss a question back. Unim. If we are say, no quarry. Ubetimi atransa aseso. Na no quarry watu ni din foforo. No afre no. Din bi a ope. Ubetimi afre no quarry Stephen. But udru heaven. Ntimi mfre no quarry Stephen. Hwe first time ye to aba Ghana ha. Nanka media. Odi edin na team media nsanchofo. Ya mamoto special voting. Mako ba bia na BBC ama report. Obi a TV. First, I see a man. 2, conventionally, teacher for NDC MPP use to be polling station agents because they are very familiar with numbers. Kabumuni at them from Swama to say a call to ya. There be nipa 10 will be assigned in Yama Basan. Yes, just I teach me. Now, call polling station agent, be you ready. A dana year to Abano. Machines are ya free will be my so. The same company in the year, all the machines in the bar Ghana. A dana year to Abano. The temperature difference between south and the north was only 1 degree Celsius. Into machine efficiency and effectiveness, the performance, there was no any big variance. Yeah, to Abano. Strongholds of MPP they are by 99% efficiency and effectiveness. And these strongholds about 61%. By 11:30, I see machines in say. Yamfako good them na police for so. Boss, you're too abani Supreme Court where they will move you. Ade ya debo election o ma to about higher oha the debo boy o higher do sianu you say nye over voting the ballot staffing means no the part and accepted principles look, we don't want to go into it. Said there another kind of FM. Yeah, dear, in your buoma, your court, your jitum, we are no more yard. This I was so tear. Now, class, I will conquer. Would you me wait? In answer election, the course in Ano, and this we need. Why not? My president, I respect him.
No, but only limiting about constituency. The course will be under correct or constituency. Even in the parliamentary,
you were not there.
No, but
okay. So who accepted to say? Okay, who
accepted
to say national now?
No, it's not that. I mean, maybe some question may say, you raise issues. Most raising issues. My party, they are called Supreme Court.
I'm honorable.
No, maybe. Because and your property or the president is our property now. And your NDC, so that means we are interested in them. That's right. Or doubt as ruling a course, and she says, sorry, ruling and I say, she shall do a course to Supreme Court. Now, if we a dead this NDC led by a Ghana presidency, or no, a can before about 2 years man. Still only 2 man. Because like it's angry.
We've gotten over it. We've gotten over all of us, the entire country. In fact, Ghana was hurt. I'm telling you. But then you know near Beckerchum. Echina ibutu your hofu. Sabi yase kwasi ebia yentia sumpri no. Ometia first one. Yase election is won at the polling station. Meboa. Hey, mamenka bibincho. Nansi a wote se untumi chama untumi ni yisi enya enema kakrebi ntawantawa bi. I wrote a letter to the regional EC boss and copied the regional commander. I sent somebody, so I'm sure he sent it. Now, exhibition of last registration BA. They call rounds. I mean, who different copies, exclusion list, multiple list, and some original one. The exclusion list, it was alleged that Omo registered before and past 7 as a senior starting, and after 6 was a 5 for a point. You me dear free. You me setting machines no. When he said, I mean, unsubstantiated information in Minyai. What you say? They say machines in Fia Kreban, not parts of Ashanti region. You're setting no wrong because Omo registered. You me setting machines. By a list, I you with dear free, and that's why I wrote to the EC. Look. And you may people so but say say the university
on my way your problem kakra na wasemre ni ko na mim nyina na yete ye ho ase for a very long time the MPP has lived in self denial na the minu ya kan nyina wa ha no chese still an omonti omo ase I said the dai bi na omo so no ya ko Supreme Court na wi so hie omampanyi ahyase a wo ye na djuma wo ye na kama Enti dia waka nyina no eya ye se ye mudi a ye kama se nya mudi a dia akoso obi a na nya dia ebo Ghana Ghana Supreme Court na kasa ye no anya mu na mu ye apostles of rule of law anya mu na mra nyina ye mudi anya mu na constitution si mu kura na kase ne onkeka enti abani se na dia mu wogidi ma pasa awo mu no ene sa dia no e de bibi beto se ye nyina nyintum na oman ni nyina agitum ma wiase afana nyina agitum na obi an se masoma ambode koye na aba bia animu a di mi san ka se da bi nya sa na yasati Nigeria photo aba na nsen wan te se machines no ebi se anu no obi na se da na o se machine na so ye de machine no dey say machine
the MPP somewhat seems to be too suspicious of the NDC.
We say a question was sound.
No. Obi a kura we bia no sura ya na ne bia sura ya na etwa me ne bia sura ya na ade a waka nyina na yo mu na eye ade a waka nyina na yo mu nyina eye enye ndi amanyuko na eye sela no mu nti o mu ase o ma enye bibia eye adwuma pa ya ban na eye uba me district mu a mpunti o bebire free ayamfre ya ko ka sawe so ketua asphalt kota kronkron a oban aban aye de yesu ku dan na onkeka eye no so asame so ketua of course yes we are same o fa wache aha ndi ni nyoma ni bebre na o ka no nyina no on time fa be ampunti o enje yin punti o no na beto abano ama ndc ma to so what ya say so blame game no de mo aka
na so nim hoye pa
baby am here this na so nim
before I this we nim area hoye pa because we nim baby okay me Sefi because of MPP and nam papa cross of farm.
Seven, Mammy Casa. Mammy, and the Supreme Court Casa, no, my Supreme Court in Kwana Casai. Ghana for you, a Casai. And yet, in some Siana Muku Jinaso. Ah, no, my juniors and Comu shine by Okra to Wa, and he shine to your man penny and binding Wakunya. And then sending Siana Annie. And he. No. And say, American. Nina, but Okra, a young command penny go near Mamma. Yes. In some Sia over voting, ne Hunka on sign pink sheet, Nina Nancy. Say, can you now woman about Okra Mutimi for man command penny? Well, now, Oman said, I've been bonny by Cratrimua, Autumn. I've been bonny by Cratrimua, Autumn. And the and no, Germany and me Casa. Then Biana says, see how does you can say, I'm doing well. I have a mammy pa. And this, oh, yes, sir. So I just, and let's move on. What one could day, yeah, shout day. Send next time, we'll quiet be, name one say, and then this in a toy. What can Kwame Nkrumah say, Kwame Nkrumah time in Anesika? Afibay. 1951 elections, and 1954 elections, and Kwame Nkrumah is CP before Kocheska. More na more capitalist. Okay,
all right, so we have right issues. We have about new EC boss, na indisa and common and Dr. Fonson Semondi Tuja, and in Black Rasta Soko PM Rashibi General. But a lot of your text messages about Benji Brain, I mean, to make out text messages in FR 1760 text message. Mame, Charlotte, you are most welcome. Please come and work for the benefit of the people of Ghana. Another one says, she should not allow herself to be influenced with money by any corrupt administration. And Amahine has said it all. Let's pray the new EC boss, being a woman, will be able to avoid controversy. Richard from Achim, Swedru, Anodiweyaba. And congratulations, Charlotte. You have made me proud. WKT Chimesi Ankara, District Director, and Kwanta North Volta. This position is very sensitive, but nothing is so high to God. Although her appointment came through human being, but God, it is God who puts her there. And should not forget God in whatever she does. David from Mankasim. Hey, Ghana, can a woman hold the EC chair? Let's pray. We are all in Ghana. You see what done by and be warned, the great day of the Lord is near, and neither their money nor their gold shall be able to save them in the day of God's wrath. Bible reference, Zephaniah 1, verse 14 to 8. Nana Bones who campaign for Jesus ministry. And please, I have a problem. There is an ongoing construction in Ofanko barrier where a land of water has been filled and a small culvert created for the large area of water. Please, let's see to it that something is done or correction is made. Thank you. And Ghana should be prejudiced. The old man knows her potentials. All we need is prayers and support. From Sefa Obuasi and Adiaba. Aduya Da Costa from Techiman. A woman cannot hold EC position in Ghana. This position needs bold person, not paper qualification. I bet there's going to be a lot. And the appointment of Mrs. Charlotte Osei as EC boss by a JDM is the perfect appointment of the millennium. Kudos to her, JDM, working for you, Suleiman and Adiwiyaba. Did I hear NDC saying they will have 50% of Eastern votes? Funny. This same false hope caused BB, the NDC regional chairman, heart attack when he contested former MP and lost in 2000 elections. And this was reminding, do we care about the working hours of the police? The police are overworking, and the nation needs to look at it. 1760 L text message line. NCC is not performing. Do you think their boss can perform at EC? Let's wait and see. Alex Osunyane and Odiaba. The president should visit Techiman and stop dodging the people always. I understand His Excellency has not stepped foot, if that is correct, or Techiman. Nananum the text messages about Techiman Adeshe, answer the text messages about Brown Photo, Techiman and Kahon, and people are beginning to raise issues about that. And we don't want any 27-0 and 11-1 in our elections. It is not a football match advice. Advice to Mrs. Charlotte, new EC boss, KK Adai Otakrade. And Omae, it's good for a woman to be the EC. We support her and we are praying that she will work to our expectation. Protagonist from Aguna and Kwanta. So when is the police forms going to come out? And since she is a Ghanaian, she is welcome, but the only thing she needs is good work, and she should remember that the destiny of Ghana is in her hands. And that's it. So 1760, your text message line for Brain and Jibre. A lawyer, Mrs. Charlotte Osei, has been appointed the new chairperson for the Electoral Commission of Ghana. An official communication from the Flagstaff House has announced she becomes the first woman head of the electoral body, and her first major assignment is to oversee the September 1 District Assembly elections. President John Dramani Mahama, in accordance with Article 72 of the 1992 Constitution, appointed Mrs. Osei to replace retired Dr. Kojo Afarijan. A statement signed by the Chief of Staff, Julius Zebra, said Mrs. Osei was, until her appointment, the chairperson of the National Commission for Civic Education. Mrs. Osei, a lawyer with considerable experience in public service management, institutional reform, also has expertise in corporate law, banking, insurance, project financing, and public-private partnerships. The new EC chairperson holds a master's in law, LLM, from Queen's University, Kingston, Canada, and Masters in Business Leadership from the University of South Africa, Pretoria. And it goes on and on and on. Oh.
Mama?
I'm interested in so because this one, the constitutional requirement, and a president and a council of state for the Akabo of their brain. It comes as a surprise.
Somewhat surprising. Somewhat surprising because one said, Dean Bebre, the kind of Bonte, Dr. Akwete, or I dig by. And also, everywhere, if you know to say Amadu Sule or easy what I done, Omunina Dimba up. Now, share send your Dimbo Bonnie Coy any Chineer Bar, Article 70 Clause 2. Say no, so man penny, no, a binum on your broad consultations. Only a month when you know any Como and Sanawa Jumano, a binum said there be the constitution can and one also man penny year. Now the Nina go when I heard in our Banoa. Somewhat surprising, except say, and Chebiana, a large battery in Pepano, Emaye, and Kaiboka Crabby. Say a bit me, Mammy, Mammy, I aboned in Charlotte or say. Say, were predicted rightly. And he, Alaji, good morning, me bo Alaji Abaso. But, very important because your last elections, no my controversy kakra. Nana and Yan send your Eddie can I discuss it. Oh, mine, but I know that China. Ocean maybe to say 1978. Brana Justice Aban, the Electoral Commission. Issues of the Union Governor. Emma, there's some problem across. The Ghana for Ina Bekaya. Time near ban terminating our military rule. Yenya Commission, she said 1992 Abano. Dr. Kojo Afarijan and then paying for a chassis. A chepe say, Yako and Nimino, a bit be free system, no mamma be aba. But one key thing on mind, a dear when you money say, electoral democracy, a very key part of our democracy.
Electoral democracy.
Obviously. And that is what all of this is about. Because Electoral Commission organize public elections, all public elections. But presidential and parliamentary elections are very key. But also what you say. And I was saying, you know, or yet in a the Juma so any amount for a WGD womb. Until I'm can kind of Sabans and Semono. One will say, Papa Safo Kantanka, Papa Kojo Afarijan, and Papa could be an account me refinity. No, me and son, Papa David Adenzi Kanga. Omuni penifo mi ensa omudi kan ma we meeting team pa omunyina 2004 omampanyi George Kunkufo eyi commissioners mi ensa ɛka ho ɛnɛ mmerɛ no aba sɛ papa no kɔgye na homena foforɔ ba adeɛ a ɛhia ma yɛyɛ nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛtae maame no akyi wohwɛ na ɔnyini bebree 42 ɛna sɛ wohwɛ a wobɛtumi ayɛ adwuma bɛyɛ sɛ mfie aduonu nwɔtwe a ɛwɔ yɛ anim sɛ nyankopɔn anto ne nsa amfrɛ no a yɛtiri mu nyɛ den nkɔfoɔ bɛ nea mu tiri mu ɔden nti ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛtae maame no akyi ɛyɛ constitution requirement ɛna ɔmampanyini ɔde agu kwan mu a wabɔ ho adwuma no
nti woyɛ okay as a person.
Oh, why not?
Okay, come on, yes, the exposure, the experience, the age.
Yes, me a young person, and naturally, no, me call omo me young no afa. But what I say, mama no kra master's degree, you know, or so a lawyer. Okay, nana mu a watu adwuma mu a, wakɔ anim bebree. Enti yɛn nyinaa wɔ sɛ yɛboa no na ɔyɛ adwuma. Na ɛma yɛ remfi. Sɛ ɛyɛ institution na ɔda no. Enye na hoɔden na ɔde kɔ akɔyɛ adwuma no. The system will run itself even though she is at the helm. Na yɛn nyinaa gyidie sɛ system no bɛ run deɛ a na wɔ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛta n'akyi. Ɔman ade baako a mpɛ sɛ meka ho ni sɛ yɛmma deɛ atwam no nyinaa ntwam. Akyini ɛba yɛ ansa na yɛbɛyi maame wɔn mu ɛsɔre yɛ sɛ na mente aseɛ honestly na mente aseɛ. Na mebusa mo sɛ saa deɛ kurafiri yi na ɛbɛyi. Okay, constitution article 70 clause 2 send ya okay ye no a e kire pefe de omampanyi any council of state for
ye na amanfo keka de dede na amanfo ye sa na person
me nka se
go mrakuni ni ho de na adwenkyere bibiri aba because de nti e mu bi kwa ba surprise ye nim se e bi a adwento amanfo ka se mampanyi ni nipakuo bi ni nyumakuo bi ento ato adwene na nka ye hwe na council of state for sa adwento ato no ko so ba prekope wom yenim say adwento atwa bi cause we akire odia but
ama David on say de hia ne say konfo wo twa ne ho na nsankyerani asi
de hia no
o konfo ne de ane say wo twa ne ho na nsankyerani asi de wo so mampanyi ne ewo ho constitution nim enti de ne hia ne say oni mpanyifo beto ato adwene ne yi obi a okonkai ne odi mu osi pisita oyi oba wo ye bema enti de na wo nkyane de na ya wo ho ntiti ho it was employed to divert attention and confuse the president and those who were in charge of doing this election.
Ploy.
It was a ploy, trust me. There are no two ways about it.
The dear Suburi and the old Casa, it was a ploy.
It was a ploy. So I only by agents and then who he has also be answer. Dr. Kojo Farijan, why your elections Mahuma Kunsia? Emma abides a sign, Mera or Yejuman. Into your face, then I had a course.
I see. You must have no more Emre bad. Mrs. Khan, more Awodomi, that was a Samos Majibra, more share a Jumedia etc. Bedroom, the ultimate Anapa TV breakfast show. But my main cow said, Nami Admechna, wow, Yonko, Adumbochi, Cratchy, Remercy, Commodore Bimbra, Mercy, Cratchy, Ninyaba, Precopeda from Tiachna, Evaka Tani Chokwanson. Well, Stephen. MPP, overly interested, who becomes the new EC boss. Now, Edina Betor, personality Betor, experience, qualification, track record, exposure, age, everything is out. In what way?
I think a year too early. Say, you must be a bit cassette, and yet, and I want to, and I want to. Patch out here say. If we say we can yentime nom enkwan abraye mu fufu yie what you say na the meaning say with the paper qualification na ye ensa kana e kire say sebi obi ono nso akonanim kakra e wa brabo and I said na honorable kano constitutional requirement no according to omu no almost omadi so na minia efre bibi asymmetric information management you can asymmetric information management apart from the constitutional requirements na illustrations na yani as external stakeholders ye preview to no internal consultations ne arrangements ne comparisons so mu ye ne appraisals so mu ye ne sa nneɛma no I'm not privy to it.
Say me nimrem.
What yes? Oh, me nka se mo ye boni o. Me nka so ye boni.
Mra de na ano de.
Obusa se ye ni agi. Na me ka de nti asesi ye me ntimi nka se me ni agi because internally me nim ye course.
Ano de hu da.
Oh, Matiwasi.
Say no de anya de ha be mu.
Nka se ye boni. Ba se no na me hu no whether me hu o me hu o. Enu nti me ntimi nka se me ni agi. Chese agro no form. Mbacho otiase.
O share the media say.
Thank you. Ye hwe anamo a wotuo. Sa anamo no onchia no. Onko ka say no biometric verification, no vote. Na actually so di obi timi ka say there be mo mfa nto ne de to. So wan kwa esa na ema ni bidia. Ene ne ehu so ye adwo.
So because I'm shall say raise issues. Let my vote count for the release about say on consider the issue of a new voter register. And it's the heat is on. It means raise issues about age. That age, too young. It means what issue with gender. So in terms of nakukudru. And all these things are popular.
Me personally, Oba kukudru die me nko because yasantoa I don't know anye. Yasanto. I want to do very objective analysis or dissection of the issue. Me pese me sound partisan. Intina me say you hear the juma answer. But what you say? And age there. Your constitution ema ho kan so obi a wanya mfie aduana ko timi president. Nti age there me dem feel say no. Gender me ma dwimo that's my opinion me feel say no. Me there ne say yen hwe adwuma obeye. But what did they make you say? Because age there any other Bible mu a Gideon no edisen, David no edisen. Enye no ne ye kan. Eye nwuma na wo ba abeye.
Na be demonstrating.
Because ye ba beto abeye. Yanka say His Excellency, I have great respect for him as my president. I acknowledge that. Also, I don't know yet.
What's what down for?
This is not radio TV program. You say, I don't know yet. What's one way there? But independent child. He's one of the youngest fine president here in Anambra. But in terms of performance, well, here on the league table, no. Your relegation, so it's not any BBM checking. Doom so for 4 years, he didn't see that. Doom so for 4 years. Number of strikes, Ayenya Ghana. He didn't see that under him. Eka Bosnia. Say a Bob Bosnia within under the regime. He didn't see that.
But is it reflective? It meant for no car. All the one on done your own basic. All the one no kind of trasa, Yabo Bosnia. Is there, I see the picture is NDC takes loan, it gets back to NDC. Ghana doesn't benefit. Probably if you're able to explain further. Say, Ajibusia.
Boss, I don't know. I see any Aquadum.
Because Ajibusia, sir, the Ajibusia
strike. Electoral Commission boss on one. Electoral Commission boss on one. One will be out in them. See, and I make a chair say, Utu kwanya ubehu.
Honorable, mami nkasa.
Debbie, mami chawade. You see, and you don't have to do that. No, you don't even have to love that approach because it doesn't help our cause. So what I say? Omanpenyi eko aprobo. Or commission projects. Ni nyina wo hu wate.
Jack, where are you project?
Debbie, and no, our commission water project.
No.
I am a tax
Steven, Jack, where are you project? I am here, Jack, where are you? I am here.
Yes, you are not KO, you dear Groovy. What are they cut when you see? Now,
are you friendly?
Jack, where are you? I am here. Jack, and this all can we know? Over corporate jet site, Obi timi kasi o dey tie o mo ha he o ti akra ha na wo ye didi obi o tie krasi enne o da light mu didi o ko krasi o so tie krasi na ye de konkra ko he uduru nkran wa se kwa afra he
me district and only the last one I was central region to the north enti be me a grassroots person what dey bra be
okay
bra upper than west
me ba nobody will say abai dia ba
o bo abai na ba so a wa ban on timi ma
odawroma.
So what does it?
Another time for on this issue. The management of our economy and the performance of this government. I thought I encourage for bina. I no more NDC. Quite no more dada. No more NDC. I mean, can be sure.
You can't see as a more. DC boss.
Don't let me go in there. Time, sir. NDC.
You can't DC boss in Assam. Then I'll kick
NDC.
What deviate you?
NDC. Me and Kasa message. In a party, you can propaganda out here. Tradition was so be on in contemporaries and colonial pedina.
Now, Brofons way. The Bronica se propagate. Oh, the Bronica se propagate.
7th dictionary of the Oxford.
The Bronica se propagate.
7th dictionary. Go and find the meaning of it. Don't let us go there. Maybe.
That's propaganda bad time.
Officialize your a contempo for church or for national propaganda secretary region down to the
oh no this century munda be so so
na what dictionary I don't want to go in what I mean one issue
but you propagate for us to vote for NDC I know just throw the propagation now
propagate lies or
no, I'm saying your
propaganda secretary. Take your time with the context.
No, I'm saying always you are propagating that Ghanaians.
My uncle, minister now. You can say you can. Hey, winning 3 months to election. Maybe you know I come so quick. We say NDC because almost 1,400 schools. Sata and the MPP. Me na me trainee. Now me can leaders now. You training of the trainers. Na you exercise be. But ako president na krom udro for force so I know have left. One of the big, remarkable towns in Ghana, I think it's, maybe I've forgotten the name. And you're very far from your Kumasia, Kofa, Brown Hafua, Drew Hoffosu, North Who Gremu, Gonja Lands in Ibi. Now, NDC, 3 schools. And 1 teacher's bangula. No crano, near Siba, Quarry and the MPP. The next one, so I'm sure it's the same contract. 3. Enough of us now, Honano, and Kratid. We could train you. Dambai cross and west in northern region team pass it through eastern lower menya upper menya Fermua Kofa Tukrano Kolemaji as a kind and this places with our pan do on a koya quarantine now no see one school and so my cat was a share okay your school so
okay so wrap up
anyway coming back to my meno I can say maybe the feels like gender and age and your issue that is my opinion. My issue is about performance. Maybe a resource oriented person. So, mama, maybe you'll be say, so why near biometric? Ultimate vote, as near the vote, so I feel doing a course in your sheet. Say, and neck, you know, because you register. Oh, how big Supreme Court. So, we're virtually having 2 different registers. Figures, Nancy, so, yet to Obama, your president. Total number of votes are or what bro? Total number of the NDC MPs in Kabuma was over 400,000. Just 400,000 people and over. To my president, our NDC president. Boma and Tuama, Omu DCs. Discrepancies. I said MP, sorry. Discrepancies are a what voter register. Entire Ghanaian, this is the most important aspect of it. The outcry of the larger community. Ghana for I say, register. So, yes, system. Why are you here? Because we need. And the MPP better go Supreme Court too. And it is out. And then the MPP better know. Ami akase, my teacher ni say, oh, you to have the wachina. And no, Sadi and Yanko for an accept ya. They be America. Say from baby, sebi. Yes, you mistake akra. When person may use word them fata. As a fair tuitions you, I dare change Yanko war and no me. Okay, see, Susan. As in crop women because we did traditions human a better. Negotiations him not in a year. Massa, 176 my minister text message. First test. Okay, my first test. September 1. Say, oh, I know register no. I will just for
seven. Yansha, my meaning crown on your juma. Akoko ni siwan yam. So ni akoko ni siwan yam. Akoko ni siwan yam. Akoko siwan yam. Akoko siwan yam. One pa akoko mu anhu ni sin. Enti I was say ya boa na ma.
Nobody asim. O say akoko siwan yam.
Enti yam mo na maame no onsi kwan.
Wan pa mu anhu. Enti maame no say ama ne kwan ma na anya adwuma. She hu ni pa oye.
Enti de bi ni mu I can say wa young onti bi nya adwuma no. Onye register for my Electoral Commission be time ya yen sakara register. Oduru me bi obi ko hwe se ni diri wo mu a obi a wa wi yi firi no nkeka ho.
Na mo mayi ni nyina.
Ah. Na me adwuma Electoral Commission. Endi o ma de na esi.
1760 your text message line for Bray. Na ye jibre. Na ɛmfa ɛma ɛkɔ so da lucky ɛba clinic for ase wɔn aso ase ɔkwan so nko so a yɛde ɛyɛ mpɛsɛmpɛsɛ mu bro mɛka sɛ nimnyamfoɔ Ambrose Amo ahyia ɛwɔ anum sɛ Upper Denchira West Mensi ne Krachi saa nso na yɛ Stephen Amo also New Patriotic Party also dom party no yɛ kɔgyina doctor for no nsɛnsɛm so wɔhwɛ a bɛyɛ boso bi bɛyɛ mmienu mmiɛnsa akyi na wɔbɔ bɔ ɛyɛ aban kɔkɔ yi aban asotire kakyɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ aban hwɛ no mfa wɔn tutua ne nneɛma nneɛma bi nto ɛkwan mu nkɔba no saa deɛ a nyame yɛ adom a on the 1st of July adɔkitafoɔ dodoɔ na ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu no de wɔn nyinaa nsa bɛhyɛ krataa ase na wɔn aka sɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ wɔbɛtumi ayɛ adwuma biem na wɔn de wɔn ti akɔpempem apɛ adwuma foforɔ aba deɛ ɛkeka kɔ no nyame yɛ adom a July yɛhu a ɛne saa ba wotie adɔkitafoɔ no nkɔmɔ a wɔn di a wɔn kyɛ sɛ wohwɛ aban ne yɛ hwɛ Labour Commission so kwan ɔfa so a ɔne wɔn yɛ deɛ a na ɔne nya ɛpɔ bi a wɔn bɛsi ɛfa wɔn nsɛm ahodoɔ a wɔn de akɔto aban no mu yɛbusa sɛ deɛ pɔtee na ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛtena ase ama ɛyɛ ɛkwan bi so no yɛnewei abɛto ɔman Ghana ansa ne yɛtu ho anamɔ anaasɛ adɔkitafoɔ no afei deɛ ɔmo yɛ ayɛ ɔnokwafoɔ anaasɛ deɛ ma menhyɛ aseɛ biam firi Stephen Amo hɔnom na mehwɛ sika adeɛ ɛwɔ deɛ akyerɛkyɛ adɔkitafoɔ ɛdi baabi a sɛ ɔmo adwuma no ɛdi baabi a yɛasɛ ɔmo hunahuna yɛ kakra ɛdi baabi a yɛsɛ deɛ ɔmo ka no so ɛwɔ mu saa wokenkan ɔmo haw a na wotie aban so pa a wasi a sɛ mentemi wa sɛ wɔafa no nyinaa afa but deɛ ama na ɛhu this time sɛ doctors resignation and block yɛbɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ wei yɛkɔtwa ahom no de baako aba yɛba a saa nkɔmmɔ yi ne yɛbɛdi Stephen ɛtio doctors
yɛdi nkan no mɛpa doctors ne kyɛw first mesrɛ wɔ mu nyɛ sɛ me ne ɔmo nyɛ adwene me ne ɔmo yɛ adwene paa sɛ woyɛ adwuma na nhyehyɛeɛ biara ni hɔ ɛbɔ ho ban wonim wo daakye sɛbi wɔn nso wɔ ma wɔn wɔ nkyirima biribiara tumi to wɔn hwɛ Ebola yi hwɛ AIDS yareɛ bebree a doctors no they are at high risk so wɔn ni hɔ a onipa yɛ ho bɛkyerɛ yɛ papapapapa but mesrɛ wɔn so wɔn nso wɔn hwɛ aban wei nneɛma a ɔyɛ ɛna wɔn atu ho anamɔ deɛ a ɛneɛ wɔn ahwɛ asɛm na ebesi because look ɔman bosomi nwɔtwe ni ɛna doctor yi sɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛwɔ wɔn adwuma wɔn yɛ no ama wɔn ho sɛ sɛbi wɔn nso wɔ ahobanbɔ bi wɔn nne ne wɔn daakye ne wɔn mma ne wɔn aso abrabɔ mu no abɛn ntumi ne wɔn anyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ da na wonim sɛ ɔmampanyin ɔte so yi one of the beautiful billboards ano ɔyɛ no adeɛ baako bi ano ɔtwerɛ one of the attributes or values no ɛyɛ approachable na oh yes accessible, approachable. We can access him. No, be able to access him. Not 8 months. Because when you're talking about accessibility, it is enshrined in your ability to display high level of interpersonal skills, teamwork, collaboration, and stuff like that.
Is that accessibility?
Of course. So, me access what? Me pese ye nhyehyɛ ye trans ne adwen ho ye bibia na bosom nwɔtwe ye nyɛ ya na so ye accessible na accessibility na ne de
you can be accessible but still you not meet that criteria
ntina no nti o ma ye no
you disagree
doctors na say yesterday I listened to them o deputy secretary o say 8 months ni nyom nto mo nka o tell say ya say o mo mechi o mo koya ya ye afei do mo say framework enye conditions ni nim say framework ye sign it and some other conditions in the assignment. I don't know. I've done organizational behavior. I've never come across this. But the American say 8 months. I buy ain't no man trust it. And means I was so. I'm a baby idea between. So doctors you resign here. Ya die yam pu yengu nyame nye bebutu. Me pa president chow. Me pa na by ne chow. Health ministry. Any doctors and then you have metrasi. This is national health insurance ikrana yamutu egu you. Na doctors yi sa be yesi ka ho already come there dinkro come adinkro for ama omom ye above 70 and na omu tuom hu gu abonten ebi kura be so mu wuro ho ko naked oman no atu pisi atopa ha Ghana eni ni ba bi fa wo Ghana ye ni park eni tini 9
oman ba asem na wo kan sa
Ghana na Ghana nti se Ghana nti Ghana wo hu Ghana na atimi Ghana se Ghana ye ni park na ni efra ne hwene enya adwuma na no akata na so asi etwa ne ti ne nan ni ho. This is the country in which we are. Na afa dokotafo a we nyina achi obema ye kode ne paracetamol kakra na adwedwe ye pain ne awerɛho ewo mu na omso so ombeja omakonya ato. Hey, enti better Ghana ni eni. Better Ghana anyway. Okay, bia onsi yesu no na minim wase opposite mi na jesu obedi. Ebia we rom de omo de no de bibia ye opposite better Ghana. Come can West Ghana and Kabeye. I can't really understand. I cannot even fathom the position of this government. Say 8 months. Minka said, Doctor Tafoni di bima na say, ebia abind the oye nye but 8 months no. Abind me country and say, and so was what ben woman Doctor Tafoni dia. Doctor Tafona ye asobrachi o winti. Nipa chomo for money ni agro. Mr. President, ebia na wo ministers no. Ebi emo adwuma mpa sisi team C ba akokora beka ho first na team B and sisi enya one team C em say last week even me say team C for no bi ni B for na on system kakra go for 8 months everywhere in the world so one my be gina number one factor is your health sector. It plays very integral role in building your long-term economy. In fact, any holding their friend in labor force and productivity, because only good health, labor force will be a problem. You cannot produce. Productivity will be a problem. Intimacy buying. So when you be be agra and you apumudi and you me panicho, because sa apumudi ni ya papa na come do okura witimi check akra. Apumudi ni ho atiche ni ntimi nchirade. Carry phone omu ntimi nso anema ema ye bindi. Construction omu tu form omu ntimi ntu. Omai untimi metra ono abo ntimi mma. Intimate sren onya obuo kakra emma dokotafo no no mo ntrase dokotafo no so omunye o masem chenchirinche because almost sector no o mo anim say be sector is next to godliness me po mo chew say nya say no nti no enna me mpese dokotafo ni bi so beye na manyosem oti ase say ye pese bi etu aban nti omo ye condition bi kura yenyintu mesro mo omo meet halfway through no mo make sure say edu ba bi a compromise kakra mrem no omo e di akodrei wo ye wadwen say wo pe bibia frenchima masa akra bi na usane ye say Usman said the on kona po ho asem suma no so Usman no bi a Medina odu is legona wo di agora obanso a the other suma no sisika na yira nti ene wo nan suma no kra and this to Kofi Babone. We are going to say, oh, Swan Medina, or Bacotra is the gun. To me, poor chow. Oh, many and this if one tra a hair, your friend has maybe a hair phrase. Your phrase and I had no fun. There be a joy from Belgium, Hansi. There be a community. Salam down, Miss Roman woman, Salam down, her moments, Manaco, the higher no one, and more bustle. The baby and woman in two. No, because almost man this year bound Medina. Isle gone better. MY. Steve Ramon Akaza. Oh, Abuza, one crank, only shaker. I'm telling you. They say, that you're 40 years old. I can't point you as a new Debbie, and you know, make Debbie. The old kind of training why I asked someone to walk out in a hand. The mechanism was one. Once I was shy, and man can be. And then, Nami Peso, we was a we, Mirasi. Oh, my. Where are there and who here pay? Esan say ya doctor for ni ho a ye ni ho na menyini say eye aban nani suade hunu na say na adwene say obetoto a doctor for ni omo e ka hunu adwuma ajeje mu na e de ohaw ni oyi ni abrega na fo na minim say won so ti hwe nye sa na wodwene ni nua kra Steven kra nye sa na wodwene nti 8 months na ye dey we don't know afraid say oye argument say de wa ye no a Oma enu na na di ene ya amanyosem no ema ye equalization no me pese me hye me ho so na me ka asem no sania ye ka no because ahwe ana ma no akopa na maka se bra wa ban no no doctors call strike but ni se me ka sa one say omu ni conditions of service dadada ena omu ni aban atenase edi hu nkobo a enya no credit sa aban hia omu conditions of service omu da Deputy Secretary.
Deputy Secretary, I can say.
He said it.
Nyabotre. Say, Wakasa, a bunch here or money who commoda. And you know, as a mammy guardian, I make a tabini palm, a cassa. You're free by any tabby after that. Mammy Cassa, Mammy Cassa. PRO for health sector. They called him. Stephen, Mammy, let me make my point. Now, like, let me make my point. Don't hurt me. This time, the way I say, I go in Yabotre. And I buy peppers or better doctor for handsome. Now, Mammy, we say, I didn't know. A free minute, a doctor have winning conditions of service. Meaning, so we are teacher, and I'm a one. Ghana National Association of Teachers, or more conditions of service, National Association of Graduate Teachers, or more conditions of service, In fact, all other professional bodies, or conditions of service. Because I know a boane to the unhear me, and most you to near crack, what you man home, even including your dad. A doctor for 3 minutes to the basis this time, it means there's a problem. It means something has gone amiss. It means there's a hitch along the line. And it's not because I mean, person make cancer to say there. Is it that has not been promulgated or the most important thing is this. One sentence I buy and so they are two. Say, Doctor for years are Obeko court. Because the no labor actor. A year a candia a fat yajuma when he wants them. Say we are someone. I was saying paying for more tenacity. Now I'm here the brony friend in negotiation. My baby year a friend is a mediation. My baby arbitration, compulsory arbitration, voluntary arbitration. Sending now Quenina and Quan for CPA. Now if you are a Montobia Bem. I buy so I venture and say doctor for any kind of it. And the my dear make it hour. Okay. I'm buying what Papa said obesity is asking. Now the person make a one say. One who said the demand for the services of doctors and other health workers are inelastic. Say, found to see. Now say we nya ayaresa. Now say 2 years ago, you dey cry now who fawa. Ubetu ya no nya ayaresa me boa. They say they do maybe a basse ya. Omo mo brain and doctors no. Because by virtue of their skills, no, omo benya private facilities be real ayejuma, even though they may be on strike or they may not be working. But who suffers? Yeah, never suffer. Okay. And then a doctor for no sign the friend of Hippocratic oath. But what's what it? Sure. And only omunina as well. Omu candidature or pepani or da. Omu woma ejuma or moye. So mubeko tin ayejuma no. Na abwa. But my idea about concern say doctors in any condition of service. You know hey. Me person me legalization. Omo anye bia mom omo pa na omo do doctor for pa se nia wa ken na omo gi doctor for so omo pa anye bia ma omo anye bia mo aye doctor for bone but me gi say e sa abre yi mu na doctor for condition of service
Honorable Ambrose Amwa ashie Upper Densham West for your chairman of pay mo be sray obedase so be sray e wa anim se je de se obema ona yentintia obedwem so seven amount so e je de so ma na yentintia obedwem unfortunately enya de be ma kwa mbotimatos e bretia isana by that small be kan e fiada na me adma china ni patriotic party constituencies na akana still e bi wo ho a nine
of them
e kem ti Upper Denchira for Hona Ayono Benjamin Ayono.
I'm Madame for Parliament.
I see. Okay, the one of Benjamin Udisi.
That's right. Who is your channel? Quacono?
Oh, Quacono. It didn't. Yatino Swaba to Saudi now. The MP or incumbent or Benjamin MPP and the
Cardiomania.
Sorry.
Okay, Pacho, I understand that there's going to be a reaction. Pacho, Dominic, why is your person here? Dr. Youngson, person here, Doc, what am anyway? All right. Okay, as you want to work as Doc's your person in Chimuka.
No problem.
So, yeah, train Dr. Maminda Lakeva for Swasi, Erapo Apano, 0243 201244 and 0277465855. Dr. Yabua on in charge Lucky Herbal Clinic on Wasoyasia na dwumakuo no aso ase adwoada kɔpem fiada yɛde mpensemu bro ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Badwam on Adom TV multi TV so ɛna akɔ fiada mkuso ka sɛ o constituency nkron na out of 39 or 40 no yɛnto so aba ba dodo na beto ne kyina sanity nkron na beto okay Dr. Hansen, good morning. Upon to say hello doc, good morning. Upon to say
me I say
boko entiane se opeso de nkyiremu kakra bi ba my kwai
me pacho opening na o share spectacles or studio no minim ne din, but I always think my address by his name.
Okay, mama yera DC for Upper Denchira West.
DC
Upper Denchira West. Ambrose Amwa, honorable.
Okay. Me pacho opening Amwa. And send you honor the wound in one. Betna Bidjashuna wonka. Just about 5 minutes ago, you attacked my person and the association that I speak for.
I don't think I did that.
Me, I'm here deputy secretary of the Medical Association. And I told the whole world to say, the employer or government has never met the Ghana Medical Association for negotiations of our conditions of service. One more, no studio hall, more can, one more catcher will say, me na me can, what's it say? Sana situation is here, and you're not me boy. Me patrol. Say, they retract those words. Because, say, say, me know yet, be a better anymore. And if you you can call the Minister of Health himself and ask him whether, say, Womani Ghana Medical Association, at now is in Kunga, say, conditions of service, and now even a date has even been fixed for negotiation. Say, ye can't send the na a dear wound Mano enko na quote ye statement na ye can ye. And bet na Badwam end and done. Sebio, me wa hami yakola. I hold two professions. I'm a member of the Ghana Bar Association and the Ghana Medical Association. I know what I'm about. I won't come on air and deceive people and make statements that are unfounded or that are not true. So please, I want to be very civil with you today. I'm myself, don't go into that terrain.
Dr. Hansen, Dr. Hansen,
and you don't come on air.
Dr. Hansen,
yeah, me can openly.
Dr. Hansen, Dr. Hansen,
Chief.
Medasi, for this clarification, but I think you are coming across as too harsh. What he expressed was that Ebeya say over this period, no, I buy any montanasi over the period. Over the period. He expressed surprise and shock.
No, it was not surprise. You see, the other guy in white, the guy in white, actually even took him on that. And that is the truth. Abai has not sat down with the Ghana Medical Association on anything.
You have established your point. Yeah, that's it for the clarification. But DC, they all come on briefly enough.
Hello, Doc. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Doc, me jiri so here.
Me pato, always you boy kakra mamia.
Doc, me pato so here.
Nyame adom me ho.
Yeah, da nyame ase. Doc, me pato wo, asama me kan ye nyina ne se. Ebaya nwanwa bebre se mre bebre yi ayatwa mi. Minister Kurantimi enemo entrance eni nkomo fa saade hu. Ana mi nua yi busa me se enti me pese me ka se de o kan no radio so no. Oboa na. Wan se osum mafidie. Man ka se ane ana dabi.
Ka se me boa.
Dabi. Ono na obusa me, obetumi across.
No, you said that, please.
And Doc me pato. Doc me antwe nko akiri. Me ni botan bia se monsama amokan na me di besi abonti se wotie me nkasa ni nyina yi a. Makasa mi wojide sasa ansem nyina ebe kan ma nasi na bibia aye kama. Enti me pato anya sa mesrewa.
No, the primary thing.
No problem.
No, that's it.
What can I say?
That's it. But no, you're not. Yeah, that's it. It's still an appeal to Dr. Hansen who say, "Who here, Mobogana for more number." No. It's okay. You see, time or so. And that's Black Rasta Chow. You know, for your bingy, all Babylon people. You feel say you talk more, but we are talk less. We apologize. Ja Rastafari.
Yeah, on hit this morning.
Yeah, that we want to say. That chair, ever to us, when we fear that echo.
Find a better answer.
Nah, I say.